We live. We live. Huh? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. We got a lot to discuss. Y'all don't like to keep y'all too long. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. I'm on time. I'm on time. They say if you're on time, you're early. What does it say? If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. So we in here. Mm-hmm. We got a full slate. Oh, that's my wife. That's my beautiful wife. She first. My wife, my lovely wife is first. She first. She say howdy. Who else in here? Somebody else in here. Who else in here? Wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down. We got two people. We got some stuff we got to get done up in here. Yeah. We're gonna make it do what it do. We got three people in here. Y'all come on in. I told y'all, I start doing this on Wednesday. Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:30. Get y'all in, get y'all out. Move it in, move it out, groove it in. Uh-oh, I ain't gonna do that. Old school music. Old school music. Yeah, y'all come on in. We got a lot to talk about. Got a lot to talk about. Get y'all in, get y'all out. I don't know why this damn thing. Get y'all in, get y'all out. Y'all come on in. Wave your hands like you just don't care. Let me know you in here. We got a lot to talk about. What we got? We got Lupita Nyong'o. What's going on, Ashura? Start at 8. I thought you were a clip. No, not a clip. Steezel. No, you know what? I kind of like to come in at 7:30. You know, get off at 8:30. You know, kind of like if you want to still catch like a show or something, you can still catch a show. But no, we got a lot to talk about. We got Lupita Nyong'o to talk about. We got Ryan Coogler to talk about. Why do we have to keep talking about Ryan Coogler? We got Black Panther 2 merchandising to talk about. Yeah, there's a lot of concerns going on with Black Panther 2 merchandising. We need to talk about that. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about Kanye West. I'm just gonna do it from a different perspective. I'm gonna do it from the I ain't saying. I'm just saying, what's going on? What's going on? Thank you so much, Gemini King, for coming in. What's going on? Yeah, we gonna talk about it all. What we got? Five people in here and everything. Like I said, I want to get started. I don't want to hold y'all. Oh, we also gonna talk some. We're gonna talk some Mosi. We're gonna talk some Mosi, and we're gonna talk about Queen Gail from Atlantis, the outlaw Iron Fist, and we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about Queen Nahanda, the renegade Black Panther, and why renegade and why outlaw. So we're gonna talk about that. And why you might not want to, why I strongly suggest you go pick up Wakanda. I know we feeling some type of way about stuff. What we got? Apparently, China isn't letting Marvel move in there since LGBTQ is inside DC, and DC is money. Earlier the better is allowed to put their movies now. Sad for Disney, Marvel. Listen, shout out to Big Sam. Big Sam sent me something on Facebook Messenger that DC, the HBO Max Green Lantern cartoon that was supposed to center around Guy Gardner and what's my guy's name? The one from Earth 2. Anyway, it's now going to be centered around John Stewart. That's the Alan Scott. That's what his name is. It's now going to be centered around him. Mr. Smith, what's going on? What's going on? You know what? Usually when Mr. Smith comes, that means Grand Madam Tarot cannot be too far off. So we're gonna do that. Where we at? We at 8. Let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said, I don't want to hold y'all too long. Where do I want to start? I want to start with, hey, Ryan Coogler. Why not? We'll talk about Lupita later on. I want to talk about Ryan Coogler though. First, he said, he almost walked away. We got that. He almost walked away from the project. But he now has a statement where he says, and this is where anti-recasters just need to be quiet. Did y'all read the statement that Ryan Coogler made in regard to the story that he wanted to tell about T'Challa while Chadwick was still alive? Y'all, did y'all see that? I'm asking if y'all see it. I'm having me and my other cell phone are not working right now. But essentially, he wanted to dive into the psyche of T'Challa and what that meant to Wakanda. Does that sound like T'Challa's story arc was complete if he got another story to tell? Y'all help me out in the comment section, because I ain't too smart. I ain't sharpest pencil in the box. I'm just, if you got a whole nother story to tell, then the story arc ain't complete. And I think it's safe to say, with the screen time being 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 45 seconds, I think it's safe to say the story was not complete. What's going on, Stephen Lawler? Hey, everybody, happy everything's good with you guys? Yeah, we're doing good. No, it was not complete. Nope. I like that. So you have another story to tell. What's the next thing that an anti-recaster can say? Because here's where I get offended. I don't review movies. Y'all like, Theo, stop. I don't review movies. I don't review movies. But I'm gonna throw this tidbit in there and shout out to Mr. Ray Smith, because it was a comment that he made. It was a comment he made and an opportunity that God gave me and my wife. Now, when I say God, whatever name you call him, that's fine. That's not what we're here for. God gave me an opportunity to review this. And if you're rocking with me on Twitter, I know Kamoyo Kid, Shuri, and everything like that, y'all rocking with me on Twitter. Y'all already saw me put this out there. Iron Man, the very first one, when Tony was going up against those Raptors, the Jets, and the Major said, get Rhodey up here from Special Weapons. Y'all remember that? Get Rhodey up here from Special Weapons. He comes up. Remember when Tony called him back and he said, hey man, it's me. I'm the one in the suit. Remember when Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes told the Major to stand down, and the Major looked at him like he was crazy and gave the order to fire on the target? If you think I'm lying, listen. They got Iron Man on TBS. I think it's on TBS or TNT. Might be on TNT. That's where me and my wife saw it and everything like that. It's like, first of all, what Major is addressing a lieutenant colonel by just their last name only, albeit if not a nickname altogether? Then the lieutenant colonel tell you to stand down, and you look at him like, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, who else remembers that scene? Yeah, Coogler worked together with the late Chad, but they couldn't recast T'Challa to really honor him with the script, with the new T'Challa BS of him wanting to quit. Shout out to Nico Bean, because he just sent me something where Ryan Coogler was trying to get, I've never seen so many people trying to urge you to come see a movie, but was talking to Howard and everything like that for like 2 minutes and some seconds. He acknowledged Chadwick Boseman and his family at the end of it, talked about what it meant to do this movie and everything like that. I'll put the link down in the comment section if I can just get my other phone to open up. We on 2% right now. Where we at? We got 6 people in here. Yeah, Coogler. So yeah, that part in regards to Iron Man. But going back to Ryan Coogler, you want to dive into the psyche of T'Challa. Safe to say you want to dive into the psyche of T'Challa because you weren't able to dive into the psyche of T'Challa in the first Black Panther movie, right? So here we have the hero, the titular hero character, being killed off, and we don't even know what his psyche is like. But let some folks tell it, Chadwick killed the role. How do you kill a role that's incomplete? This is when I be looking at people. I just need people to be genuine, just be honest with themselves. Like, I get, no, I don't get it. I'm not even going to tell that lie. Good scene in general, but you're right with that chain of command depiction, if that's what you're talking about. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's a perception thing, and we make sure that we talk about Black representation. My hot photo girls here. Girls 18 online. First of all, I'm married. Don't do that. My wife is in here. And second of all, girls 18 online, that's underage. Nobody. You got us confused with DJ Academics. We don't. We don't do that over here. We grown over here. We don't do 18 and under. No, we don't do that. Get out of here with that. I mean, unless you came for the live, now you definitely stay for the live. But yeah, we can't do nothing with underage girls over here. We can't do nothing with that. You say your hot photo, yeah, I can't do nothing with that. But yeah, it's kind of like when we talk about perception, we talk about representation. Well, first of all, let's go back to Gabe in Captain America: First Avenger, played by Derek Luke. Anybody know his rank? Mr. Smith, can you put Gabe's rank down in the comment section? D. Steezer, you probably got that too and everything like that. What's going on, Skipping Todd? Man, what's going on with you, brother? Thank you so much for joining me this evening. But as we allude to, we talk about black representation, black presentation, black mischaracterization. Well, how has James Rhodes, Lieutenant Colonel James Rhodes, been portrayed in the MCU? Does he come across like a figure of authority to you? Someone you need to listen to? He's a lieutenant colonel. I don't know what to tell you. Can't be honoring Chadwick not using the script he agreed to and like to change the script to killing them off. If he's a friend, why they not looking at what he wanted? That's a great question. That is a great question, which, we say friend because thank you, Gemini King, because that friend thing. We're going to touch on that later on. I love that though. So we talk about black representation, what it means to be portrayed on film accurately. Well, who respects James Rhodes? Let's just call a spade a spade. Who looks at James Rhodes like, oh man, that's a lieutenant colonel. That's one step away from being a full bird colonel. I'm not trying to tell anybody, but as somebody who's in the military, when them silver insignias come around, your butt cheeks tighten up a little bit. We're not talking about no second lieutenant. We're not talking about no lieutenant. We're not talking about a captain. We're not even talking about a major. A lieutenant colonel, that's one step away from being a full bird colonel. Ain't no major talking to no lieutenant colonel like that. But we talk about black representation. So when do you get to see James Rhodes? And mind you, I don't know why the military didn't say anything about this. Grand Madam, there she go. James gets mad respect in the comments. He does. But in the MCU, if I'm the Air Force, matter of fact, if I'm in the armed forces, and there are characters that are in the military, you got to play them characters right. And the reason why I say that is because somebody who loves the Marine Corps, I love Heartbreak Ridge. I do. Clint Eastwood played a Marine in that movie. I love Full Metal Jacket. They got that right. Like boot camp and everything, they got that right. So when you portray my military on the screen, I don't need you playing around with that, because I don't need children thinking, oh, that's what that is. Oh, well, I don't need to join the military because I'm not going to get treated like I'm supposed to in the military. There's black officers get treated like crap by white. No, do that right. You got a responsibility to do that right. I don't want to stay on that too long, because I definitely want to keep it going. Going back to my brother, I call him my brother because it is what it is. But going back to Mr. Ryan Coogler, you wanted to tell the story. You wanted to delve into the psyche of T'Challa. These things, I hear you. It makes sense why it would annoy someone from the service. Yes, it does, because it's like, to me, it sets up for comments for somebody to say something like, what's my man's name? Lamar Hoskins can clean up behind John, what's it? John, I want to say John Stewart, but that ain't his name. Clean up behind U.S. agent. I don't know. First of all, the person that said it, I felt some type of way because he looked too much like, and I'm just being honest, I felt some type of way about what he said because, one, he doesn't know the military. And since he doesn't know the military, he hasn't learned it, so he doesn't respect it. But he looked too much like the U.S. agent. And I'm like, so to a degree, it makes my skin crawl, because you're saying Lamar Hoskins, a grown man, is going to clean up behind another grown man? Why do you feel that way? this is what rubs me the wrong way when I look at black representation on the big screen. So that's where I was with that. John Walker, thank you. I knew something. D Steezel, that's the GOAT. D Steezel is the GOAT. That's my GOAT. That's my GOAT. So yeah, so I don't like it because John Walker was played as an aggressive person. They tried to instill some sympathetic traits in him and everything like that. But Lamar Hoskins got portrayed as a patsy. When we look at James Rhodes, we haven't seen James Rhodes do anything as far as be authoritative anywhere near what a lieutenant colonel should be. So that's my problem with that. But going back to like Ryan Coogler, like I said, I want to make sure I touch on it. How do you have another story to tell? And this is when I look at anti-recasters. You keep saying he had another story to tell. And I'm looking at anti-recasters because some of the anti-recasters are YouTubers and everything like that. Well, this is when they get their feet held to the fire. Your guy, the guy that you were capping for, said that he had another story to tell. When do you come out and say, you know what, we were wrong? There is another T'Challa story to tell. When we present the facts that he was only on screen for 64 minutes and 45 seconds. What does the anti-recaster say to that? Because that's not a complete story. It's not. So, Ryan, thank you so much for putting that out there. You've been validating what I've been saying for almost 2 years now. Me, myself, the cabal, you just validated us. You probably rubbed some people the wrong way. They're gonna probably want you to be quiet. You and Nate and the people. Let's get to Lupita. I like to say I don't like to keep y'all too long. I'm just shout out to Gemini King because he said this earlier. Grand Madam Tarot. This is when you get to sit to the side, cross your legs, sip your tea, because you know it's about to get real, real good. So let's address the first thing that I want to talk about. She don't have the patience. Shout out to Marcus and Josh. They talked about that today. Shout out to Marcus and Josh. They talked about it today on Back of the Bus first thing this morning. When she said she doesn't have the patience, she's biased. She don't have the patience to entertain recast T'Challa. Who had the patience to go see Us? Paid for it? Because recast T'Challa, I don't know if when she made that statement, I don't know if she realized some of the people in recast T'Challa happened to have put money in her pocket, i.e. supported her acting career. I don't think she realizes that some of the people that went to go see recast T'Challa went to go see her in Us. I don't think she's understanding. I don't think she got that because she talked like she was entitled. She talked as if she were, as I've stated to Mr. Ray Smith, a black elitist. I.e., I'm a peasant. Damn what I do. Just come out and watch you do your thing. Shut the hell up. Just absorb it. Suck that on in. Black Panther 2 should have got that Captain America, the Winter Soldier treatment, elevated T'Challa to the next level like Steve Rogers in that film. It's no Lupita took the role of Malice because she's bitter about her man leaving her for Storm. And she stated that. Thank you, Ashura. She stated that. She said, when the mutants come, I forget which article it was, but she alluded to that. She said, I'm not in such a hurry for the mutants to come because if the mutants come, that means Aurora comes, and that means I gotta be a villain. She alluded to this a few years ago. Yes, Google that. I'm not making that up. Boycott Activision. What's going on? What's going on, Boycott Activision? What's going on? So when she says she don't have patience, see, we got to be careful what we say because I ain't gonna lie. Once again, I talked to Mr. Ray Smith and everything like that. There are quite a few actors and actresses. I won't be promoting their projects after this. I just won't, because before I'm a black comic book fan, I'm black. Before I'm a black YouTuber, I'm black. And this has nothing to do with any other race and everything like that. I'm just saying, My black can't be bought. I can't do that. And I'm not gonna just go out and support negative blackness just to put money in black. I believe in a balance. As I tell people all the time, and I use her as a reference. I didn't have a problem with WAP when Megan Thee Stallion did that song. I didn't. I'd have been a hypocrite to have a problem with that particular song when I was in high school. I was bumping "Throw That D" by Luke Skywalker. I just want to see some growth in the young lady. I was glad to see her on the She-Hulk and everything like that. But I don't want them to keep putting her on shows where she got to twerk. No, I want to see that young lady. She's beautiful. She's attractive. She's got talent. I want to see her, watch this. I want to see her go the way of Queen Latifah, where she gets so good with what her music career that they want to put her in TV shows and movies and everything like that. And she elevates her career. That's what I want. So when I'm looking at what we're getting in front of us right now, segue, this holiday season, I'm looking at our black women. What y'all giving me? As Big Sam stated, they just had a Emmett Till miniseries on Hulu. Like, what good is finna come out of me watching Emmett Till in the movie theater? I'll wait. I'll make sure I put my hand around this brand that's not paying me any money. Y'all gonna have to do what the Midnight Star said. Wet my whistle. If you want me to put you up. We get to this comic section. DC, she probably didn't want another actress in the movie that would outshine her. That's not hypocrisy. That's growth. Appreciate that. She said if they brainstorm into this, she'd rather be a villain. I'm like, cool. That's how her character should be. Right. And watch this. We need to grow because T'Challa does have a rogues gallery. We need to grow that rogues gallery. That's right. A reminder of I'm going to support Majors on his new fighter movie. I haven't seen a non-superhero movie in years. Facts these things, she should be a villain. You know what, Ashura? If it wasn't for the outdated trope, stereotypical trope that they were gonna give me in Creed 3, I would go see it. But Jonathan Majors is an incredible actor. And honestly, let's look at it like this. How many times we gotta watch brothers and sisters play the role of a street thug? Like, damn. How did Michael B. Jordan come into our world? How did Idris Elba come into our world? Why does Jonathan Majors need to play a thug? Like, I'm sorry. Let me come back. I don't understand that. We got the Woman King, we got Teal, and we got Black Panther 3. I'm gonna say 2. It's gonna be tears shed in all of them. Black folks gonna be in their feelings in all of them. Angry, pissed off, wanting to hurt somebody. Ain't this the season to be jolly? But anyway, I don't want to stay on that too long. Like I said, we know there's another story to tell, but Lupita, going back to her patience thing. You come into the movie, you take on the role. The titular hero is male. The actor tragically passes away. And Gemini, I'm going to use that friend thing as a segue in a minute. She was there. It wasn't Letitia Wright. She was there when he did the Sirius XM radio interview, when he talked about the significance of that role. Even he undersold the significance of that role. He did not know. She was there. She was there. And this would kill me because Danielle Guerrero was there, Michael B. Jordan was there, and Ryan Coogler was there. They heard him speak about Ian and Taylor. They heard him speak about the character of T'Challa. They heard him. She talks about patience when the dude that she's talking about, all he did was display patience. The guy that she says is her friend had more patience while he was ill than she has while she's healthy. And all fans want to do is continue his legacy. Because watch this. We say we want to. You know what's going to wind up happening? Let's tell the truth to shade the devil. Every time somebody plays Superman, you know who I think about? George Reed. Every time somebody plays Batman, you know who I think about? Adam West. And how hysterical his portrayal of was in comparison to Michael Keaton, Christian Bale. Actually, I want to say low key, I think Adam West's portrayal of Batman was better than George Clooney's, but better than George Clooney and Val Kilmer's. But that's a debate for a whole nother day. But you don't Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman did not make me forget Linda Carter. It made me look at Linda Carter, think about Linda Carter, and because Linda Carter was alive, guess what they did? They put it in Wonder Woman, the second Wonder Woman movie. So you're not going to forget about Chadwick Boseman. No, actually recasting the role makes you remember him. Because see, you can have a Black Panther 2, Black Panther 3 with Shuri and T'Challa. And now you're building up your nice little Black Panther video library catalog. You can't do that the way it is right now. You can't. Let's go to Black people were the first martial artists, as it shows on the walls in Beni Hassan, Egypt. Imagine a kung fu movie about Egyptians and the black slaves of Egypt. Christopher Reeve was the first Superman for me, as I was born in 91. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Christopher Reeve being Superman did not make me forget George Reeve. As a matter of fact, I was wondering, young, were they actually related? But I was glad somebody picked up the mantle. Somebody picked up the mantle and carried it forward. Now, grandparents, parents, kids get to sit down, comic book, action figure, television show, movie with this character. The best way I can say it is this. My oldest is 27 years old. If she's watching, girl, shout out to you. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. She will be 28 on November 4th. You know, one of the most beautiful moments I have as a parent, and Crystalline, my youngest biological, she just turned 21 this year. We sat up one Friday night and we watched House Party. I want to say this was in 2011. House Party with kid playing it. So if this was it's 2022 now, we say, so that was 11 years ago. So me at 27, we take 11, she was 16. Crystal at 21, we take 11, she was 10. So 16 and 10. My daughters got to watch a movie that I enjoyed as a young man. They shared that movie with their father, and we got to talk about those characters, have those instances together. You know what happened the very next morning? I went to go get a haircut. How many of y'all know that, remember that Play taught school down here at FAMU? How many of y'all remember that Play taught school down here at FAMU? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Gemini. I will be sure to let her know. Dick Purcell was the first live action Captain of 40. Yes. They go throwing that information. Clooney was goofy. Yes, he was goofy. He just wasn't as good at being goofy as Adam West. That's a damn shame Adam West had a beat on being goofy, and he was trying to be damn serious. My Superman and Batman was Christopher and Keaton since I was born in 1984. Now, listen, when they said they were casting Michael Keaton as Batman, we had the same concerns that some people had when they said they were casting Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. We was like, you finna cast Mr. Mom as Batman. Batman like 6'2". Michael Keaton is 5'10". But y'all gonna make that work? Okay. They made it work. they made it work. Michael Keaton is still, his portrayal of Batman is still heralded as one of the best portrayals of Batman, point blank period. But imagine if we ain't giving him the opportunity. Kind of like how when Nate Moore is able to say, imagine telling the best black actor that they were going to be playing T'Challa. I just couldn't do it. The hell? The hell? How you say something? Never mind. Never mind. Yes, Johnny Dangerously. Yes. Right, Johnny Dangerously. Which is a good movie, by the way. If you just want some silly laughs and everything like that, Google Johnny Dangerously. You might be able to catch it on streaming. Innocent fun. I came up on both George Reeves and Christopher Reeves, Adam West, Batman, Bill Bixby. Come on, somebody. These that's what I'm talking about. Electric Company, Spider-Woman, and Necklace, and Nicholas Hammond, Spidey. What Michael Keaton lacked in inches, he made up for crazy. He did. Watch this. D. Steezel, you just said Electric Company. I'm going to take it back. Grand Madam Tarot, Ray Smith, y'all hold on. Electro Woman and Dinah Girl. Come on, don't act like I'm the only one who used to watch ABC on Saturday mornings. Don't do that. Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Don't do that. Okay, y'all gonna leave me out here by myself. Okay. Never mind. I went a little back. I can understand. Y'all ain't there with me. Mo Moon for the next Batman after Batterson. How can you not tell the best black actor they can't work because you and your feelings? Listen. How we denying each other job opportunities? Wait, do you know what kind of arrogance? Like, I want to know was he high when he said that? Because that don't make sense to a stupid person. So you gonna tell the best qualified black actor that they can't be T'Challa? You don't have no reason. Boy, stop. So going back to Lupita, the one go. Her patience thing. As I stated back at the bus, like I said, shout out to them. They had a nice video this morning on that. If the actors and actresses don't have patience for their fans, I'm cool as a fan not having patience for the actor or actress. Segue, I don't have to not segue, i.e. I don't have to have patience to sit through your movie. See what I just said? I.e., I don't have to have patience to stand in line and wait to get a ticket for your movie. See what I just said? I.e., I don't have to have the patience to even check my account to make sure I got funds to go see your movie. In essence, I ain't got to have patience to deal with you. Because I ain't got to deal with you. We keep it a thou wow. Why was Okoye featured on Avengers movie posters? She's not an Avenger, and why is she getting a series? Red Brown, Captain America. Yes, these Steve's a good Lord. Shout out to Red Brown with the see-through Captain America shield and the motorcycle helmet with the wings on the side. Okoye, here's the problem. And I don't like saying this, but clearly it is still prevalent in 2022. It's just as prevalent in 2022 as it was in the 70s, probably in 1972. If you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. Now, I may have offended some people when I said that, but that was one of the reasons why Malcolm X said, no, black people need to read the dictionary. The reason why you read the dictionary is because you have an understanding of the printed word. The reason why you have an understanding of the printed word is because when somebody writes you up for deportment, you know what that word means and how they meant it, and you're able to go defend yourself. Because people love to use words that black people don't hear on a daily basis. And because we don't hear it on a daily basis, we don't use it on a daily basis, we're subject to not understand the word when it's used and how that word might not apply in the context in which it's used, i.e. the word iconic. Nobody in their mama should have went with anything he said when he used the word iconic, but we don't want to read. So it's sort of when you ask, how can we go along with stuff? It's because black folks don't read. Black folks don't know T'Challa. What we want to do is we want to be loud. Think I'm lying? Look at any black reality show that's on TV. What we take pride in? Being loud. We don't take pride in being accurate. We don't. Kamoyo Kid in the building. What's going on, Big Kamoyo? What's going on? Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I feel bad for the young kids today because our Saturday mornings was lit. We was flipping back and forth between NBC, CBS, and ABC. You couldn't find a bad cartoon. No. Oh, Josie and the Pussycats, long hair and heels that match, guitars that sound to scratch. Put it on everybody. And I'm sorry. Like I said, my Saturday mornings was lit. I used to watch the Archies. But going back to Lupita, Gemini, I kept you waiting for too long. Let's visit this whole friend thing. I got some friends. What Houdini say, friends? How many of us have them? I let my lovely wife was actually able to listen to the song "Friends" by Houdini last night. She had never heard it before, so that was pretty good. So, friends, how many of us have them? Now let not us let them tell it. The whole cast and crew was tight with him. That's over 10 people. That's more fingers than I got. We know we ain't got that many damn friends. Like, hey man, I'm going through something. Can you help a brother out? Say less, I got you. Who got that many friends? But she said friend. Now she said she knew he was ill. I didn't say this. Shazam and Isis, go and tell it. Stop these thieves and make me go down memory lane. Because I'm still upset about Moon Man, who really didn't get a shine like he's supposed to. That was the only brother that kind of like had superhero powers on the Batman Power Hour and everything like that. And they never brought him back, so I don't want to talk about it. Kids today got the weirdest cartoons with the weirdest art styles. This is true. That was co-workers, not friends. Exactly. Thank you so much, Kamoyo. So, friend. This segment of the video, by the way, is dedicated to the Gemini kid for bringing this up. Friend. She said she knew he was ill, but not how ill. I told y'all that me and Mr. Ray Smith chop it up. I check on Mr. Ray Smith from time to time. Here we go. Y'all ready? Mr. Ray Smith, can I do it? Mr. Ray Smith, I gotta ask you for permission first. Can I do it? Can I let him in on our friendship for a little bit, Mr. Ray Smith? Can I ain't gonna do it if you don't tell me now, because I know you in here. Can I give it to him? I ain't gonna talk about the other stuff. I'm gonna talk about the other stuff. The other stuff. I ain't gonna talk about it. All right, so me and Mr. Ray Smith are cool. Mr. Ray Smith was involved in a car accident earlier this year. He was. Show me the pictures of the vehicle. It was twisted. We are fortunate that Mr. Ray Smith is still here amongst us. Once Mr. Ray Smith told me what was going on, he felt comfortable enough to tell me what was going on. I would check with Mr. Ray Smith from time to time. I still check on Mr. Ray Smith from time to time. Now, Mr. Ray Smith felt comfortable enough after that to bring me in his world a little bit further, and we talk as friends. I look at him as a mentor, as an elder, but I talk about what's going on in his life. Make sure he's good personally. Did you hear what I called him? I said I called him my elder, my mentor. I didn't use the word friend. I didn't use the word friend. I said that was my elder mentor. And it seems like I keep up better with him than she keep up with her friend. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Let me go back to the comment section. So Chadwick's illness wasn't really that secret, so they've been lying all this time to not recast Miss Me. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, Kamoya. I'm not saying that, Ashura. I'm saying she said she knew he was ill. She didn't know how ill, and she didn't know what he was ill from. That's his friend. That's her friend. And she said, that's why I said I'm not mad. Y'all keep talking, because y'all ain't doing nothing but making me look like I'm smart. Y'all validating the whole recast movement. So y'all keep talking. Like, I ain't mad. The more y'all talk, keep on talking. The only people they making look stupid at this point in time, themselves and the anti-recasters. So please, by all means, keep talking. Let me keep down here. I missed that OG Cartoon Network. These Steezers, stop, man. You're going to make me cry. Theo, Lupita Nyong'o was nothing more than a sneaky little link jockeying for Simone's position. Still, she and Chad were sickening on IG. Listen, it's one of them things where when I look at it, I'm like, people feel more for Lupita Nyong'o than they feel for Simone, and I never got that. It's like she's not married to him. She not married to him. it's one of them things where I just sit back and I'm like, you said, let's think about this for a second. The Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, that came out after Black Panther. It did. It came out after Black Panther. Viola Davis knew before Lupita did. And that's who called her. She got a phone call from a friend that told her friend. She didn't get told by the dude and I'm not even finna do that. I'm not even finna play that because to me that's despicable. And as Grand Madam Tarot said, that's sickening that they were even playing it like that. Because it was mad disrespectful, and the fact that some people even still even allude to it to this day is just sickening and disrespectful. When he was losing weight, everyone was joking on Chadwick, but them same people who joked on his weight looked terrible afterwards. Fact, Gemini King. And I'm so glad you said that, Gemini, because I was talking to my wife, and I said, you know what winds up happening when you did somebody dirty and you wind up going to their funeral? Don't that be the people that be crying the loudest? Don't them be the people falling out all over the place? The people that did not treat that person right? Yes. What was when Chadwick was sitting on stage and everything like that, and he was kind of dozing off? You said that's your friend. If that's your friend, how come you ain't know what your friend was suffering from? I'm gonna have a little bit more drink of my beverage that I'm not getting paid to display. Y'all gonna have to pay me at some point in time. Moral of the story, don't judge someone's look without knowing how they doing in the life. If he kept it in his family in, he wanted it private. The OB Sam, Big Sam, man, you the Mr. Sam, man. I've been sending you shout outs, man, because I definitely appreciate you keeping me in the loop. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, look, hey, Gemini King, I like that. Man, if Yahia gets cast as Simon Williams, Ultimate Troll, listen. We talked about, I know I've talked about it. I know Chillmonger has talked about it. I know Kaiser Slevin has talked about it. He hadn't talked about it in a minute. And I know Trey Michael has talked about it. I know Back of the Bus, Be Real talked about it. Race swapping don't work. Now I'm going to touch on something that might make some people feel uncomfortable, but so be it. Because I still got to get us up with Kanye, right? This is my issue with race swapping. And sometimes race swapping, race bending takes place before the character even gets created. Like, what? Yes. Sometimes race swapping takes place even before the character gets created. Now, what do I mean by that? So, I'm not a fan of the character being race swapped on film, and it's not going to carry over to the comics. Because that's the meat and potatoes. That's why I have such an issue with Namor. Them race swapping Namor in the MCU denies Latino fans the real story of Namor, because Marvel isn't going to tell it. They said to do this to Loki, so they're not even finna do Atlantis. We're not finna get an Invader story, which I'm like this. If this is what you're gonna do, then have Namor from Taloka be a part of the Invaders. I think that would have spoke volumes for the Latino community to see him a part of a superhero team like that going all the way back to World War II. Let's think about this for a second. The visual aesthetics of seeing someone that's Aztec and Latino, that's presented as being a Latino across the screen, fighting on the side of the Allies in World War II. Because we really don't talk about our Latino brothers and sisters even being involved in World War II, fighting as Americans, even though we know that's historical. Then we get to the false hero. I want to make sure he is older than T'Challa. I'm not for race swapping, and bending is accepted token representation. Exactly. Since they have a toy-chested black character, we still waiting on the Blue Marvel, right? And Gemini King, if we're not getting T'Challa, I don't know if we'll get Blue Marvel. Because any team Blue Marvel is on, if he ain't running that team, somebody gonna have questions. No different than with T'Challa. Any superhero team T'Challa is on, if he's not running that team, co-running that team, somebody gonna have questions. But I want to keep it where I don't want to forget where I'm at. So race swapping before the character has even seen the comic book pages. I was talking to my wife. I've always had a problem with Moon Knight's portrayal, and I've always had a problem with Dr. Fate's portrayal, and I've always had a problem with Hawkman and Hawkgirl's portrayal. Why? Because all it's Silver Scarab from DC Comics. Why? Because all those characters originate in Egypt. All of their abilities are based on Egypt. And let's not have this whole Hawkman discussion because I'm not talking about the one from Thanagar. Thank you. Please. We're talking Egypt. When we speak of Azrael, who debuted in Justice League because they couldn't use Hawkman, he was white as snow. He was white. I wasn't even mad at that, but he was white. He was, when I say white as snow, not Caucasian white, he was white. When you look at superheroes and they have their religion is by and large viewed as a European religion, those characters are white. I'm not saying I'm mad at that. I'm saying that's what that is. Well, you don't get to keep coming. Watch this. Daniel Rand. I never felt like Daniel Rand should have been Iron Fist. So you mean to tell me the white kid, he knew martial arts better than every other Asian person now? Wow. No, hell no. Off the rip, as a jit, as a shorty, I had problems with Danny Rand. I ain't got no problem with Daredevil. You Catholic. Do your thing. Mark Spector, either Khonshu need to be a Jewish god, a Jewish deity, or Mark Spector need to be black. So you want me to believe that a Jewish archaeologist, a Jewish mercenary, he's Jewish. He praying to a whole nother deity. He finna go up in a Egyptian tomb. We act like Egypt is not located in Africa. Africa is a whole ass continent. He finna go in an Egyptian tomb, and the Egyptian god is finna bestow favor upon the dude who worships Judaism. Okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do that one. I don't want to do. Same thing with the Carters. Same thing with the Halls. They should have been people of color off the rip. See, notice I never said they was black. I just said they shouldn't have been white. So let me see if I got this right. You Egyptian? And you reincarnated. And every time you come back as a Caucasian? I've always had a problem with them characters. Always. Mark Spector can be Moon Knight. I'm not saying that he can't. You can be praying to Khonshu, but can you have ties to the Egyptian deities? Hell no. Hell no. Going on over there, because we not over there, and you not write no character. Well, watch this. Now we got some stuff now, because who we got now? We got Moon Knight and we got Dr. Midnight, the Dr. Other Night. What's the brother over there? Man, Iron Fist was the show. I missed me with that one. Daredevil, okay. Man, Iron Fist was the show. Man, you like Iron Fist? You like the actor? Now, if you like the actor, not Jimmy, now I don't know about that one. Further you go back in Egyptian history, it gets darker. Nubians and sub-Saharan Africans are the building blocks of Egypt. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. The problem that I had with Dr. Fate, the problem that I had with Dr. Fate is his magic rendering looks bad. I prefer Avatar bending magic, and why didn't the helmet have no eye sockets? A shooter, I'm gonna throw a mulligan out there for Dr. Fate. So when you ask why didn't the helmet have eyes, I'm going to say because he was seeing through the eyes of Nabu, so he didn't need to have eyes for him. He didn't need to have human eye. You know what I mean. He didn't need to have no holes for his human eye. I did ask the same question you asked though. That's just me throwing him a mulligan. Oh no, it's the show I skipped the. I never watched it. To be honest, listen, Iron Fist was brutal. Like if they don't cast, if they don't recast nobody else, please recast the dude that played Iron Fist. Like we didn't get to see the costume. Like I know they would have had to give me an updated version of the costume, but no, Iron Fist was brutal. What Grand Matter Iron Fist was so weak, but I kept watching, hoping it would get better. Yes, me too. Iron Fist annoyed me to no end. Listen, Iron Fist was brutal, Gemini. It was like I am for race correcting some character. I am too, Kamoyo. Like, here's the thing: when we look at comics, and I think this is where it's appreciated if you read comics. If you read comics, you know comics and everything like that. We know these characters, by and large, were written, drawn by people that didn't look like us, and by and large, they weren't writing these characters for us. I mean, if that's the case, we're not gonna get it where Jack Kirby comes out and say, "Hey man, I got black friends." I was like, "Damn, I got black friends and everything like that," but they ain't got no black hero. He's not making that statement if they're making characters for everybody, right? So they're going to do these stories. We know Hawkman debut. Hawkman with that Thanagarn thing, that's Earth 1. When the JSA debuted, this dude was from Egypt. That's what this was. So we know when they write these characters, we talk about colonialism, we talk about colonizing and everything like that. Hey, we want to write these stories that deal with these places over here. But if I'm writing a story about a superhero from Egypt, right? Because we need not act like the Phantom wasn't hanging out over there in Africa and running things. Their target audience is not black people. It's not. Their target audience is white people. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what that is. That's a fact. So they're making these heroes from all over the world for white people. Well, that was then. That was the 60s. That was the 50s. That was the 40s. We here in 2022 now. Some of these characters have no business being white. Point blank period. Some of them have. Mark Spector should, if Mark Spector is going to be white, Mark Spector going to be Moon Knight, Mark Spector don't need to have any ties to Egypt. None. Because watch this. It wasn't no black people saying, "Oh man, y'all got to make him Jewish." We didn't say that. The Jewish community showed up and said he needs to be Jewish. You know what? I agree with you. Take him on over there, have him pray to whoever, take Khonshu with you, stay over there. He can't come back to Africa. He don't represent Africa. He don't represent Africa. Khonshu don't represent Africa. You can't be all over the whole damn landscape when it comes to superheroes. Point blank period. Her E-Man said, dude who played Iron Fist didn't even train for his character. When everyone came to train, this man skipped train day. Terrible his fighting scene. You can't believe he didn't put it. Well, I mean, watch this. Why we can't believe that? Brian Tyree didn't work out for the Eternals. Tanaka Werta lied about not being able to swim. The dude that played Shang-Chi, what, he didn't know martial arts? I don't. And the producers, the executives, they not demanding that the writers know the source material. They give about 10 pages of source material and say, read at your leisure, whether you want to or not. But this movie gonna be out by such and such and so and so. DCEU Hawkman is Saks Fifth Avenue, and MCU Falcon is Dollar Tree. You know what? First of all, Kamoyo, can we say shout out to Aldous Hodge for making it do what it do? Like, and shout out to DC for if you have not gone to go see the movie right now, I'm finna spoil a portion for it. Hawkman does not die. They gave us a little curveball, trying to make it seem like Hawkman was gonna die. Shout out to the Caucasian dude for taking for sacrificing themselves in this movie. I know it had been us that was always sacrificing, but I'm glad to see somebody else be able to sacrifice themselves in this movie. I knew you would come. I try not to come for him, man. Like I'm trying. Shang-Chi acting new martial arts. That's what he said. It was something he lied about. Yeah, he lied about something Aldous did that I felt the child about. Yes. And see, that's the whole thing. And I love the fact that we can say a lot of things about Dwayne Johnson. My daughter has asked me, does he consider himself to be black? Listen, shout out to DC for casting a brother in the role of Hawkman, because they very easily could have looked at Dwayne Johnson and said, hey, you fill our person of color quota. Matter of fact, watch this. They could have easily looked at the young lady who played I don't want to say Red Tornado, but Cyclone. They could have very easily looked at the young lady that played Cyclone and said she fills our race quota and just left it at that. Now they cast Aldous Hodge, did a great job with it. Give us something more with Aldous Hodge. So shout out to DCEU, Dwayne Johnson, for getting that portrayal. Fastos and Injo Boucher. You know what Injo Boucher should be? Anti-recasting should just shut up. The fact when they say Njobu, like I just don't have the patience. So I'm like Lupita. Here we go, Lupita. I have the same amount of patience for you and anti-recasters that you have for recasting Chalk. I ain't saying what you're saying. I'm gonna go here real quick because I don't want to forget because I'll be there and forgot. Make sure I keep. Rock personally called that actor for Hawkman. Listen, he got it right. He was good in Black Adam, definitely made laughs. He got mad at Smasher too. Listen, Iron Fist of Mantle. You know what? I'm gonna hold off on Kanye. Let's go to that Mantle thing. I like that. So there's rumor out there and everything like that retailers have been scaling back on Black Panther Wakanda 2 merchandise, and the reason why they are scaling back is because of the fact that although this movie is and they say this, like I think it's we got this covered. Hopefully this phone, I'm at 15% right now. We're gonna power this phone and see if we can get in here. We Bleeding Cool Comics, I think they said it. It's a nice article, and they point out something, like I said, that I know myself and Trey Michael have talked about in regards to the merchandising. The merchandising is for. See, I gotta be careful how I say this in 2022. I don't want to. Well, no, I'm gonna say this: the merchandising, most of the merchandising, Marvel Legends action figures. There we go. Because if I just say who the brand, I'm not getting myself in trouble. Marvel Legends action figures, Lego action figures, Hot Wheel action figures, Marvel Universe action figures. So far, I've seen only 2 Barbie doll style action figures. That's Shuri, right, in her jogging outfit, and Nakia in like her Atlantean battle armor outfit. We've got some Funko Pops, right? We got Funko Pops all over the place. So now the Marvel Legends action figures, Okoye. This is the second Okoye because she's already been released as a Build-A-Figure. M'Baku is a deluxe figure. I think that is a Walmart exclusive or Target exclusive, not sure. But the Marvel Legends, you get Okoye, you get Nakia. Now, this is the second Nakia action figure, and I'm not pressed to get this Nakia action figure, even though it comes with a different head sculpt, because of how her body is shaped. Hasbro, I said it once, I say it again. Our women aren't necessarily shaped like that. And I'm not pressed to give you no money for an MCU figure. Now, see where I'm going with this? The comic book figure, that's different. But if you're going to give me an MCU figure that's supposed to be Lupita Nyong'o, you need to give me an MCU action figure that's supposed to be Lupita Nyong'o. If not, I'm not pressed. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. So they got that action figure. They got a Black Panther action figure, petty as hell, because they didn't say who it was. They didn't say T'Challa, nothing like that, but we gonna say it's T'Challa. Or if you have as many Black Panther action figures as I do, you can make him Scion. Someone anti-recasters aren't familiar with. You can make him Azuri. You could, because he's got the short cape. Or you could get 2, paint him white. Well, actually not paint him white, but put him in some Riddick synthetic dye. Hey, listen, if you got action figures and you want to know how to dye them safely and everything like that, get you some Riddick synthetic dye. That's Riddick, Riddit, Riddick synthetic. Synthetic is important. You get a pot, you put the paint in there and the dye in there and everything like that, and whatever you want to dye that particular color, you put it in there. Now, it would behoove you to take off any type of lines and everything, any type of detail, because that detail to a degree is still going to show up, but that action figure will be dyed that color. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Y'all come on, get some of this now. I hope Iman go to the premiere and ask some questions. We need out. Hope Kevin Feige is there. Why do they feel a black woman's curve? Man, listen, I don't know. Black Claw, what's going on, big dog? Autocorrect messed up again. Hey, K-pop in the building. Funny how Marvel didn't invite any entry recasted content creators and journalists, but they did invite E-Man. I hope E-Man goes to mirror merchandise in the movie. Well, I know I'm not gonna get invited, because I got some stuff pulled. Um, I did a video and got it pulled down. The thing is that I think people get the wrong impression. Recasters care a lot about the movies, and recasters actually have some great ideas for the movies. Recasters actually care a lot about these characters, not some of them, but all of them. So I think you have people that are ignorant, stupid, with agendas that are speaking for recasters. And that's why I really don't care how they get in their feelings. In regards to questions being asked, Gemini, I'm of the mindset, what's good? 850 Batman. There we go. Kelvin, big dog in the building. Hey, y'all send a shout out to my brother Kelvin. What's good? That is my flag football brother. We play on the same flag football team and everything like that. Definitely glad to have you in here, man. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Man, that means a lot. Thank you so much. Let's talk about it though, because Gemini, you asked a very good question, and I've been doing a lot of thinking about this. So we know Derek Bozeman made his statement on December 8th, 2020. He made it to Urban Faith magazine. Right. We know Kevin Feige came out on December 10th, 2020 and made a big to-do about iconic, transcend, and everything like that. And what did we get about it? What did we get after that? Because I need y'all to know that that wasn't Derek Bozeman's last time on Urban Faith magazine. I'm going to say Urban Faith Network. He's done quite a few videos on Urban Faith Network since then. So why was he never interviewed by anybody else? So we get Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer. She got her spin. We got new rock stars. Now, mind you, all these people are either affiliated with or loosely affiliated with Disney. And when I say either affiliated or loosely affiliated, I mean they have worked for Marvel or want to work with Marvel. It's in their bio. Now let's look at the media and how they move. Well, the people in the media, and this is just what this is. They can be mad. It's what this is. Because some of them have put it out there. We're not knowing this, or we're not knowing it's a fact unless they put it out there. The movie reviewers aren't paying to go see these movies. They're not. The movie reviewers are making money off of reviewing movies. Now, you don't make money off of reviewing movies if you are highly critical of a movie. You don't get to interview stars if you just finna, because everybody not finna do what Gayle King did to R. Kelly, which is just, I'm telling you, I'm finna ask you these set of questions, but as soon as the camera start rolling, I'm slapping you upside the head with a different set of questions. No, everybody not finna do that. So when you get these actors and actresses and producers and executives being asked, well, what about recast T'Challa? Nobody takes it any further. Because by and large, the media has been bought and paid for. You want Derek Bozeman we would like for Derek Bozeman, but who's really going to get in front of Derek Bozeman and ask him how does he feel? TMZ ain't on the same level as The View. TMZ is viewed, watch this, by too many, whether we like it or not. TMZ is viewed low-key as a gossip column magazine. New Rockstar showed the latest BP2 clip. They have Anika acting silly. Marvel Disney back pocket critics, their opinions are controlled by the Access Studios give them. Correct. How did you see my video on how they should have used T'Challa? Hey, did you see my video on how they used T'Challa? Man, listen, the best thing I can tell you is I'm doing my best, and I'm gonna go back to what Lapita said. I actually said in the video. Hold on, y'all. That's empty. Okay, oh my God. Like, I hate when they do that. Like, okay, I'm back, y'all. I apologize. New Rockstar showed the latest BP2 clip. They have Anika acting out. What's up, 850 Batman? Yes, Mr. Smith, that's my dog. Rockstar, I really don't agree with them, but they put out which isn't true. After Kevin said they would not recast, New Rockstar said the Bozeman family wouldn't want to recast. Wait, did you ask them? No, they didn't. And actually, I hit them up and they never respond. Come on, man, stop. Uh, I'm surprised TMZ didn't harass the family of the Chad when he died. Family wasn't having that. Lupita calling. Say that again. Theo bought and paid for it. No, it's one of them things where people. How can I put it? Prime example. 850 no 850 Batman. No, I do this. Some people that are around me that say we know you do this and we see you trying to do big things. They really don't care because they'll call and be like, oh, he hung up on me. He must be doing a live. Let me call him back. Because they don't watch the videos. But nevertheless, that's not what this is about. We're going to keep it on topic. We're going to keep it on point. So when we're looking at these people in regards to the media, Jamel Hill had an interview with Winston Duke. Okay. Ringerverse had a conversation with Nate Moore. Vanity Magazine has interviews with the cast and crew. They all ask him similar questions. Nobody's going to bust them upside the head and say, what about the family? They know TMZ has that article out there from Derek Bozeman, but nobody is going to say to the cast and crew, well, have you talked to Derek Bozeman? Well, Derek Bozeman said the character would want to be cast. See, it's okay to clown the fans of Recast T'Challa, but see, when Lupita says she don't have patience for Recast T'Challa, Derek Bozeman, Kevin Bozeman, and the niece are part of Recast T'Challa. So she don't even have patience for the family. Think about what I just said. Because if what I just said was true, and it is, that the family is behind Recast, and she said she ain't got patience for, what is she telling you? This is why she got a phone call from a friend of a friend and not the phone call from the family. This is why we don't have that, how can I put it? We don't have that exposure. Most times they are given a list of the questions they can ask. Exactly. See, when we reach out to people like Roland Martin, who can go on his show and say Chadwick would want the character to be recast, but when you reach out to him, he say, I don't know anything about Recast T'Challa. You don't want to know. Because when you do get told about it, you want to hurl insults. So that's what we're up against. As I said to Mr. Smith, and I'm not going to take it back till somebody shows me different. Black celebrities view themselves as just that. Black celebrities, black elitists. They have nothing in common with the black person. We're just there to put money in their pockets. We're just there to say, I love you. We're just there to sign. We're just there to ask them to sign autograph. We're just there to cry over them. We're just there to pass out over them. But to have a meaningful conversation with them about black issues, no, because how can a black common person have a meaningful conversation with a black elitist about black issues? I'll wait. So that's what we're looking at with that one. And since, because I want to make sure I do this. Let's talk about black elitists and black celebrity. Because I said I was going to do this one with a twist. I'm going to say Kanye West, and I'm going to say Nick Cannon. I'm going to say Kanye West and Nick Cannon. Both of them were said to have made anti-Semitic comments about the Jewish community. You know, even though Nick Cannon didn't go out of his way to alienate anybody else that might have supported him in his time of need, because Nick Cannon Wild 'N Out show, it's got everybody on it. It's got every demographic is represented on it. He made a statement that some people felt some type of way about. A certain demographic felt some type of way about. I'm not here to say what Kanye West said was right or what Kanye West said was wrong. But I will look at Kanye West and say, the same people who would have stood by your side, you chose to alienate them when you put that t-shirt on. Now, thank you, Mr. Smith. Black celebrities view themselves as employees. That's it. Facts. Let the church say amen. It's sad Lupita said that I'm sure she isn't searching information or looking for what Boss Man family, the Bozeman said, but he's your friend. He's your crush. I'm your friend. I'll be with their family. Man, Lupita on that. Kanye hasn't been right since his mother died. Kanye ain't selling no more Yeezys now. Bro, at least 1/3 of the world is Semitic somehow. Jewish people don't know this. I'm not. Watch this. At the vision, here's where I'm at with it. Like I said, I'm not here to say what he said was right or wrong. I'm looking at, okay, you put this shirt on. You sending the message. Okay. Then you make the statement about George Floyd, how he passed away. Now, Grand Madam Tarot, D. Steezer, because D. Steezer will be talking enough. Now I think me and D. Steezer, and Ray Smith and Grand Madam Tarot in the same age group. So we were taught everything that you think about don't need to come out your mouth. Trying to hijack the Grammys for Beyonce was one of the early indicators. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back, D. Who really checked on Kanye's words? Like this man wearing boots in summer. Here we go. Lupita saw the money, and like the other hyena, she leaned in and fed on the carcass of Chadwick's legacy. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. The fact that they're using the NBA to get next to us now, I don't know what to do with the National Basketball Association signing off on that. But with Kanye, the statement that he made about George Floyd, that was reprehensible, despicable, disgusting in and of itself. George Floyd is dead. He can't defend himself. We can sit up here and make excuses for Kanye West all day long. But see, Kanye West at this particular point in time, he wants to hold the Jewish community accountable. Okay, cool. Kanye, you got to start with self-accountability. I'm 46 and some change. Okay, yeah, you close, brother. Kanye is parroting Trump. Kimoyo, she did that even while he lived too. Yes, she did. Kanye West is a prime example, and I'm watch when I say this. Kanye West is a prime example of what's wrong within the black community and what's right within the Jewish community. Y'all, did we say that one time? Kanye West is a prime example of what's wrong in the black community and what's right in the Jewish community. See, we can say what we want to, but you didn't hear any Jewish people coming out to defend Nick Cannon when he made his comment. That's why I mentioned Nick Cannon first. And come out there to save him. It was his brothers and sisters that saved him. Say, no, we're not even finna watch VH1 till you come back. We're not finna watch MTV till you come back. They even wanted to get DC Young Fly to take the job. DC said, I'm good. No, I'm not doing that. That's my brother. See, that was unification. People can say what they want to about Nick Cannon having child after child after child after child after child after child after child. But you know what Nick Cannon is? Nick Cannon is very much pro-black. And he don't just talk it, he walk it. Right. What did Kanye do? Kanye made a statement about who controls what. Well, who was supposed to help you when you made this statement? Because in you making this statement about who controlled what, you insulted the very people you were trying to prove a point to. And not once have you apologized. We can say Kanye West going through something. He ain't been right. I don't give Kanye West no excuses. I don't. Because you know what Kanye West conducts himself like right now? Like a black elitist. Kanye West considers himself better and above George Floyd. He doesn't even feel like he owes the family of George Floyd any type of consideration, respect whatsoever. Who that sound like? Who is he mimicking? Right. And this is when I look at Chadwick Boseman and I think about Chadwick Boseman. Since we started talking about Black Panther 2, when I say we, I'm talking about the cast and crew. The cast and crew have unanimously and ceremoniously given the fans their proverbial ass to kiss. Okay. Tell me when the actor did that. The actor that they say they love and respect and admire. Tell me when Chadwick Boseman gave the fans his ass to kiss. Because I know what he said. He said, when you acting You got to be doing it for the acting. But when has Chadwick Boseman ever given fans his ass to kiss? Even when he was sick, when has he given fans his ass to kiss? Even knowing that he was ill. And I'm going to be transparent. I haven't watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I can't do that. Sorry. I can't. And maybe I owe it to him too, to watch that movie, his last performance. But just think about that for a second. That dude was ill. And he never gave his fans his ass to kiss. You know what Chadwick Boseman gave his fans? His time. You know what he gave his fans? The fans of T'Challa, the fans of Chadwick Boseman, the fans who can actually remember him being in other movies besides Black Panther. He gave us his time and patience so we could see him on screen. Cats like Kanye West could never appreciate that. See, at the end of the day, regardless of whether Kanye West felt like George Floyd died of a drug overdose, that still don't explain the knee on the neck for 8 minutes and 45 seconds. We want to say that it's not fair because Kanye West is losing money. Kanye West still worth $400 million. You know who made Kanye West worth $400 million? The same people that Kanye West don't give two damns about right now. Chad really performed in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, but knowing what we know, you will cry deeply. And that's the thing. See, the thing is that we can talk about it all day long, and I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me and everything like this. We can talk about patience and you know, recasting. But let's use this word, courage. Can you imagine the courage that it took? My grandmother had cancer. I don't know what that feels like. I don't know what it's like to go to chemotherapy, but I've seen people that go to chemotherapy, and I know they're exhausted, and I know they're not in the best spirits. My grandmother did that. Money can't buy class either. Money can't buy happiness for real. Chadwick gave you his genuine self. He did. He did. I said in a video that while I love the character T'Challa, I do love the character T'Challa, and as they alluded to it in the article, and I'm gonna go to touch on that article. I love what T'Challa represents. I do, but he is a fictional character. He is. I have more in common with the actor. He liked Harold Miner. Well, I like the guy that Harold Miner liked. That was Michael Jordan. Chadwick Boseman had his father in his life. I didn't, so my grandfather would have been it. But Malcolm X, we got that dude in common. Being able to go through stuff and act like ain't nothing going on, very much so. Wanting to put your fellow man first. Take them into consideration. Not wanting it to be about you, or as someone alluded, I don't want you to see Theo when we're talking about recast T'Challa. Boycott Black Panther 2. I just want you to see me as somebody that cares as much about this character as you do, as passionate about this character as you do, is as knowledgeable about this character and the actor who gives a damn about the actor. That's what I want you to see. I just want you to focus on the message. That's what I want you to do. Focus on the message. So let's keep it going. Hollywood is trying to figure, well, the manufacturers, as I alluded to, they're trying to figure out how to put this stuff together. The movie is clearly marketed toward females. The merchandising is clearly marketed toward males. I'm not saying that females can't buy action figures, and I'm not saying that males can't play with dolls. That is not what I said. So do not put that in my mouth. But what they are looking at is the fact that many black men identify with T'Challa. This is we got this covered. Let me make sure I say that. We got this covered magazine. And one of the things that they talk about is, regardless of what people want to say, it's not just a mantle. It's a character. It's IP that black males, by and large, agree with. Black males who were either going to take their sons to go see this movie or take their women. And women was going to look at them like, oh, that's my man, that's my king. Or even if they got a child by the dude, to be like, hey, your dad acted like that dude. Uncles would have been taking their nephews to go see this movie. Friends, like older black men, like going like 2, 3, 4, 5 at a time, would have been going to go see this movie. This movie ain't got nothing to do with us. You think we finna go to this movie, do all that stuff, do it multiple times? No. Know why? Because this movie ain't got nothing to do with us. And even the merchandise that you're selling, by and large, which is crazy, the merchandise that you're selling to help promote this movie has nothing to do with the women in the movie. It's not catered toward girls. It's not catered toward females. It's not. I'm like Quicksilver in Captain and what Avengers Age of Ultron. You didn't see that coming? Y'all didn't think there was gonna be a problem? Wait, they got a new Black Panther action figure now that is making its way around the rumor mill. It's the new shuri Black Panther action figure. Still waiting on the Dora Milaje. Hasbro. Don't cheat me. Don't cheat me. But who we think gonna buy that shuri Black Panther action figure? I'm gonna wait. Who y'all think gonna buy that? Let's not do that. Let's not do that. The 6-inch Marvel Legends action figure of her in the costume. Who we think finna go buy that? I'm getting it. I'm full transparency. I'm going to go get it. But I collect action figures. And I got an affinity for Black Panther. All things Black Panther. Who going to go buy that? If I didn't know any better, I think the production management are fresh out of an online English class. Marvel has more and better, in my opinion, black superheroes, men and women, than DC. They're beyond dropping that ball on the middle. They are D. Steezer, Chadwick, a legend woman, for his time. D. Steezer, Ray Smith, true. I can't function with a backache. I cannot imagine how he functioned with that kind of pain. My dad died of stomach cancer. The pain is unbearable. Come on, somebody. Graham Allen. And he had the patience to do it. The courage and conviction to do it. Listen, I can't lie. It's certain things that I can't look at, and knowing what he was going through, that interview with Sirius Radio, XM Radio, that messes with me. I can't even lie. Because it was like, he wasn't gonna stop. He was like, I know what needs to be done. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Nate and Ryan don't respect the power of superheroes. Chad did. I don't know what Nate and Ryan have going on. These Steves, I really would like, that would be one of the things that I would like for them to get asked those tough questions in regards, especially Ryan Coogler, in regards to his tropes. Because if it get to a point where your writing style is starting to show up on IMDb, that means it's not just people that who might not be considered as qualified critics seeing a trend in your writing style. No, not a qualified critics are starting to see a trend in your writing style, which makes the qualified people look like they was qualified. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Not counting Milestone, that's still independent of DC. I don't know any other Black Panther other than T'Challa, other than the story T'Challa narrates, telling you the story of Black Panther. It was never about the man. It wasn't. And they're trying to do some things. This is why I was talking about, y'all go check this out, this book right here. It's a mini series, but they got the last few pages of this, and I wanted to share this with y'all. Marcus and I covered this on our back of the bus. History of Black Panthers. Let me make sure I put that up there. History of Black Panthers. And it talks about the Black Panthers. They're going to tie this whole legacy thing together. They got a nice little, that's Mosi, Black Panther, 1 million BC. They tell a nice story of how Skybreaker was formed. We revisit the story of Bashinga. Bashinga was actually a Wakandan shaman who forged Stormbreaker. The spear, if you've been keeping up with House of X, Ten of Swords, that was the spear that Aurora used in her Ten of Swords fight. This was also the spear that T'Challa used when Shuri said, hey, put it where it belongs. So that was Bashinga. And then it's got this history of Black Panther annotations. This right here, this makes this book, in my opinion, worth going to go grab. So y'all want to check it out. It's got 4 pages. 4 pages of annotations. So if you're a serious, well, I don't want to say serious, Black Panther fan, griot and everything like that, at the very least, they're tying the stories together. Part 2 is going to be focusing on M'Baku, who is currently holding it down as the as a regent for T'Challa when it comes to being an emperor of Wakanda, Galactic Empire. So yeah, y'all go check that out. Also, this is interesting, this story right here. I got it off the strength of this one, because that's mostly down at the bottom. Black Panther 1 million BC. I got some Black Panther comics to go get Theo. You and Marcus got me 1-on-1 with T'Challa and Storm. And thank you, Grand Matter. Imagine, Valiant, Dark Horse, Dynamite, Boom Studios, IDC, etc. Not to mention all the crowd. Yes. If we don't hold the line now, we will see a lot of problems going forward. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do y'all see for the future of Black Panther franchise and Black superheroes and comics? As he said, if we don't hold the line now, we're gonna let it be known. Also, I think definitely go rock with Black Adam. Show Aldous Hodge some love, because we need to be putting them brothers out there on Front Street and everything like that. Let it be known that you loved his portrayal, because as I alluded to before, we want to see our actors and actresses in more roles, various roles. We don't want to see them pigeonholed in the same drug induced, or I got some Snowfall, I got some AT. We don't want to keep seeing that. This book, I got this book for one reason only. Saw the Black Panther on the cover. So we don't get too far in and we get this. And this is why I say people act like comics don't make a big deal, aren't a big deal, but no. When you get stuff like this, it is very much a big deal. So we have here Nahanda. And I don't know if you all are able to see it right there. I do have a video on this one where I'm talking about Namor and T'Challa might be related. But they're saying here, Nahanda, the renegade panther, and her lover, Princess Gale, the outlaw Atlantean Iron Fist. I got questions. Because if you Google it, you will see that Nahanda was not just a Black Panther. She was the queen of Wakanda at the time. Gale was not just a Iron Fist. She was the queen at the time. I got questions. I got questions. Still waiting on the Green Lantern course to get it popping on the big screen. Yes, D. Steezel, shout out to Big Sam. Big Sam let me know that they are looking at very much so at making Jon Stewart the lead in that. I would like to see Jon Stewart on the big screen. I would like to see Jon Stewart on a TV show. Crazy. Jon Stewart. Here we go. Y'all amen me on this one, because I think this right. We've gotten better portrayals of Black superheroes in comics and cartoons than we got live action. Y'all help me. Y'all tell me whether you agree or disagree. I think because Jon Stewart in the Justice League cartoon was that dude. Maybe because we had Dwayne McDuffie alive back then. I don't know, because It's looking like we really ain't got no Dwayne McDuffies running around no more. But yeah, so you agreeing, Grandma, that the we're getting better portrayals, with John Ridley. We're getting better portrayals of these black characters in cartoons and comics than we are live action. Like I said, people can say what they want to, but it's real hard for you to tell me you feeling some type of way about T'Challa not being recast, and you can't tell me you ain't have no issue with James Rhodes being disrespected by somebody he outranked. I got questions. How do fans let her get away with that comment? They're not fans. See that? You asked a great question. They're not fans. This is something that I've been finding out over the past several months and everything. Anti-recasters know jack-ish when it comes to T'Challa. They only know 2 Black Panthers, and that's because somebody then told them. That's because somebody then told them.
One more time for the people in the back.
They gonna say, well, it's been Shuri and it's been Killmonger. They're the only 2 Black Panthers they know. We know quite a few, but they not gonna know. So when you're looking at it, we don't control the media, and because we haven't heard from the Boseman family, I'm not saying that the Boseman family didn't want to say anything. I'm saying the mass media didn't want to talk to the Boseman family. The mass media, if one of us got shot today or tomorrow, they would be knocking on our mama's front door. You get news trucks everywhere. What news truck pulled up to the Boseman household?
No.
Who have you heard from either The Talk, The View, Power 105, 96? Who have you heard say, hey man, we gonna go talk to the family?
Man.
So Charlamagne the God can interview everybody and their mama. He can talk about what TMZ said, but he can't interview Derek Boseman. So you mean to tell me Ringerverse can talk to Nate Moore and then talk to Lupita Nyong'o, but they can't talk to Derek? They can't talk to Simone. Really? You mean to tell me Roxane Gay can go to the New York Times and write a opinion-based piece about what should be done about Chadwick Boseman, but not even mention the family? She just talking from the cast and crew perspective. Yes, Roxane Gay, I'm on your ass because I bought your book and I really don't appreciate you lying just to push a damn narrative. Yes, Queen, I'm on your ass. I'm not going to give you no peace because I bought your book, and the people that you capping for, the people who you represent, didn't give 2 damns about your book because your book got canceled. So yes, I'm on your ass and I'm not going to get off. Pause.
Bars.
Anti-recasters don't even know what happens to Shuri. No, don't care. Until an anti-recaster can customize a griot Shuri showing love to that fictional character, the only thing an anti-recaster can do for me, and I know it, I apologize. The only thing an anti-recaster can do for me is go in my restroom, get some toilet paper, do this a couple times, and wipe my behind. That's it. I'm still rhyming. Anti-recast, let me see. 850 Batman, some of her fans feel that she shouldn't have said it, but they still love her. None of them talk to the family. Roxanne low-key throw shade at all pro recasters in the article. And I've been throwing shade at her, big shade. I ain't, because I'm mentioning her name. I'm throwing big shade at her ever since she made that idiotic statement, because I got her damn book in my comic book damn collection. And I know that damn story, just like Mr. Ray Smith know that damn story. So Roxane Gay need to come on out from hide. And as I told her on Twitter, we can do this wherever. Nobody is running, and I got receipts on all their asses. So whenever they want that smoke, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. It's sad not letting our black actors work than they are in comics, and don't get too happy. I seen some black characters being voiced by white men. How they do that? Don't do that. Come on, Gemini. You remember Bubba Spark? We're getting ugly in here. Bubba Spark sounded like a brother. He did. So that's personal. Bubba Spark sounded like a brother, and low key, hey, Elvis. We gotta win this race. Or walk babaloo, or walk bam boom to the fruity on Rudy. I mean, they kind of be, imitating it. Shuri don't even stay as Black Panther. T'Challa comes back from being King of the Dead. Yes, I can do this all day like Cap. Yes, Kamoyo, I can do this all day. That's the thing. They don't know the story and they don't care. Well, what do we say? This is why I look at us as recasters and say this is where the strength comes from. What do we say to Black people that don't know their history? How seriously do we take them? I got the comic book of Shuri taking over, but T'Challa coming back. Come on. Anti-recasters don't even know the storyline that took place. You know, anti-recasters believe that Anika answers to Okoye, and I'm just gonna leave it right there. When you write crap like "God forbid a woman takes the Black Panther role," I'm paraphrasing, or Kamala, Shang-Chi, Sam Wilson a good substitute for T'Challa. The people that say that Sam Wilson is a good substitute don't even know Sam Wilson's rank in his military rank in the MCU. That's all I'm gonna say. They don't know his rank in the military in the MCU. They didn't know Lamar Hoskins was a sergeant major in the MCU. They didn't care about how those characters are being portrayed in the MCU. Watch this. And it's me. Was it Kamoyo? Was it you? We was talking about Sam Wilson. He should be called the American Eagle because we don't want him being called Captain America. Well, Kamoyo, was that you? I know I was talking to somebody on Twitter. It's like, who don't know that it's problematic for a black man to take a white man, a grown black man to take a white man's name? Who don't know that that's historically inappropriate? But this is what we get in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And Anthony Mackie ain't saying nothing. But he can go tell somebody, he can go tell Jamel Hill that the role of T'Challa is too big for anybody else to play. He can go tell Jamel Hill that Chadwick wouldn't want somebody else to play T'Challa. But he can't tell somebody it's problematic for a black man to take on a white man's name. Okay, all right. It can take 10 minutes to look up something to get your knowledge together. You ain't lied. You ain't lied. And shout out to Nico Bean. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Marcus. I'm shouting out all the younger people that's going back to go get that knowledge. I'm gonna share this with y'all. I was born in '68. I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan. You know that just recently became popular being a Georgia Bulldog fan, right? Well, one of the things I got to do is go back and own that national championship from 1949. But along with owning that national championship from 1949, I got to own all them ass whoopings we've been getting from Florida over the past 30 years. It's historical content. I'm looking at, I don't know how to respect somebody that don't give a damn about history that they say they love. History that apply to them. I don't know how to do that. No, Sam is not his own man. The American Eagle name is taken. So's the Flash. We can give it to somebody else. Listen, I get it. Somebody else said it. They said American Eagle is taken. I said, okay. I said, that's cool. You know, and it's the Native American superhero that has that name. I said, you know what would be nice? It would be nice. Because we got the Caucasian dude walking around talking about he Captain America. And I'm not for the bald eagle name. I'm not for the dude. You know what would be nice? Because we don't see this happen too many times. It would be nice to see American Eagle, Sam Wilson, American Eagle, the Native American superhero, team up, a la like we had Green Lantern and Green Arrow team up back in the day. Because what is American Eagle doing right now? We know it's a hero named American Eagle, but what is he doing right now? Let's pair them up. Let's put them in a buddy comic. Let's expand their own road gallery of heroes and send them on a road trip across America. I think it would be awesome. No one else can play the role. Anthony Mackie begged for the role of T'Challa and didn't get it. That's why he in his feelings. I get why Marvel went with the ultimate 1610 military backstory, but I prefer that 616 version. You talking about of Sam? Ray Smith glad he didn't get it. You know what? I'm gonna say kind of low key conflicted on that one because Sam got that his 616 story is stereotypical. His origin 616 story is stereotypical. I don't. And damn near every superhero that was written back then has that story. Because what we got right now, even though they kind of changed it up, what is Darwin? Afro-Latino? What is Miles Morales? Afro-Latino? What is Gentle? German Wakanda. It's like we just can't get the brother. We just we not the black just pure. Just no. We got it's got to be mixed with something. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, if you like it, I love it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna say we still struggling. The Buffalo Soldier. Tyrese would be a perfect Snap Wilson. But see, then we're gonna do this whole bald eagle thing, and I don't want that. Hey, I want dang. Y'all made me think about that Coca-Cola commercial Tyrese was in back in the day. Sounds like a template. Listen, we are at the hour and 40-minute mark, and y'all know I don't be trying to keep y'all that long. I really, really don't. So just to wrap up and everything like that, we've covered Ryan Coogler, the Peter Nwango. Just let them keep talking. The more they keep talking, the more they reveal. Also, this November the 11th, I know I've said it, and I want to make sure we keep that out front. Chadwick Boseman, School of Performing Arts. The reason why I said donate funds to that, take the funds that you were going to use to go see Black Panther, take those funds and donate it to the school, is because I look at it like this. I'm pro-black. I'm not anti anything else. I think being pro-black means you love your race of people. You do hold them to a higher standard. You don't want them mistreated. You do want them treated as equals. So that's my mindset. When we look at this movie and what it represents, Chadwick said he would like for us to have our own, be able to have an Oceans movie where we got like 5 or 6 major black actors and actresses like that in the same film. I would like to have that and not just have as many black actors and actresses as possible, but also as many black directors as possible, so that we can get movies that are versatile, truly versatile, and not get the same stereotypes that we get. So November 11th, Chadwick Boseman School of Performing Arts. Donate those funds there. It is easily Googled. You can Google it. I'll make sure to put the link in the comment section, and I'll just start putting the link more and more so in posts on YouTube and everything like that. But we can send monies those. I think we need is who remember those old United Negro College Funds commercials from back in the day? Because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, we need to get these brothers and sisters out there. I think that is walking, talking, living, breathing the example that Chadwick Boseman would have set in front of us. But got that. Don't go back and forth. D-Real said something the other day. Don't go back and forth with the anti-recasters. State your knowledge. You got your knowledge. They don't have it. So honestly, going back and forth with a anti-recaster is what they say. From a distance, you're not going to be able to tell who the wise person is and who the fool is. So that's about it. Y'all got anything else for me? Theo, I know you about to get off, but when they said him and Ryan had a serious conversation and was a quick conversation, that only took minutes. How is that a serious conversation for the people in the back? Consistency. You about to make me go there, Gemini, and you finna start laughing. So, on the red carpet of Black Panther 2, for people to love Wakanda, they had to fall in love with T'Challa. That's Nate Moore words, not mine. 3 months later, he's being quoted from 2 sources. We got this covered, comicbook.com, May 16th, May 18th, 2018, respectfully, in which he's saying it's just a mantle. Anybody can wear it. He's talked to Ryan about it. Ryan agrees. Ryan wants to explore the women of Wakanda. That's May 16th. Those are 2 separate articles saying the same thing. May 16th, May 2018. Then we get, I want to say December 2019. December 2019, Chadwick Boseman is telling is letting it be known he wants nothing to do with a Disney Plus show. That's December. Then January of 2020, we got Chadwick saying that he's concerned about what's going on with Marvel. Marvel wants to be diverse with their characters. Then we get the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman. And Nate Moore goes on Ringerverse. I'm out of time, but I'm not out of time, but he went on Ringerverse in December 2021. But he said in that particular interview that as soon as they heard Chadwick Boseman pass, they made that decision in a matter of minutes. And he really talked to too many people. It was just he knew it was him and Ryan, but they ain't talked to too many people. Kevin Feige comes out on December 10th and says because the role, his performance, his portrayal of T'Challa transcended the portrayal in any other medium. He was comparing it to voice actors. Like I said, black people don't listen. We don't pay attention. We don't understand the printed word. We don't know the English language. The character would not be recast. Then you get beyond the trailer. You get New Rockstar saying that it would be respectful to the character. Grace says it's not even a question of whether or not they're killing off the character. So it's not up for debate. Let's stop talking about it. It's a matter of whether or not they're going to kill the character on screen or off. I know because E-Man was, and he had a right to be emotional. It bothered me to see little brother get upset like that. Because little bro say that's his favorite character. It's my favorite character too. I told little bro, I say I got it from here. And that's when I was like, boycott Black Panther 2, recast T'Challa else. I went after Grace Randolph, went after Vox, but who am I? Who am I? They go, I'm lover. I'm sorry. So we got that. Then we got the leaks about T'Challa dying and the words the letters that were printed on the podium, on the poles and everything like that's supposed to be a tribute to Chadwick Boseman. So we killing off T'Challa, but we paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman. That's what, Mikey Roman from Emergency Awesome said. So we had that. Notice how all these stories are changing up. Angela Bassett says we got 5 or 6 different scripts. Martin Freeman says he's read a script and he's read the scripts. Don't none of them make sense. Then he comes back and he says, "Oh, we got an awesome script." Y'all see where I'm at with this one? Y'all, let me read your comments because y'all see how I got to close my eyes. I remember going back and forth is a waste of energy. Like I don't understand how that was a serious conversation. It was definitely what he wanted. Well, Lupita is a waste, and I'm going to begrudgingly watch that purple carpet premiere or whatever it's called. Someone will slip up. Ray Smith in more ways than one. Grand Matter Truth. Yo, I don't know what Lupita looks like in a white wig, LOL, but she probably could have been in good storm. Facts. I remember that when Kevin Feige came out, these are them fighting words. I think Winston has put his foot in his mouth for the most these past 2 years on the acting side. But then William Hurt dies. Let me tell you why I can't say nothing to Winston Duke. I know Winston Duke has seen my videos because somebody sends Winston Duke the videos. Winston Duke be on Twitter talking about how black people get mistreated in America. But is oblivious to what he's doing to black people in America. Just want to leave that right there. So, as long as mass media, to answer your question, as long as mass media keeps letting them be inconsistent, the only way we're gonna get our point across is we're gonna have to stop supporting black celebrities. Not black celebrities, but we're just gonna have to stop supporting stuff that doesn't paint us in the proper light. And it's all about balance. It's all about balance. So we're gonna have to stop supporting it. That's what that is. We're gonna have to stop saying, you know what, hey, we fine. We're gonna have to stop accepting something just because it's black and saying, okay, that's what it is. Black people are gonna have to stop accepting inferior product. If somebody can get Batman, we can get T'Challa. If you can get Batman recast regardless of who died, we can get T'Challa. You can get the Joker recast regardless, we can get T'Challa. We can get none of them. All of our black heroes should be untouchable. Just as untouchable as their characters are, all of our black heroes, male, female, heterosexual, LGBTQ, religious, atheist, whatever. All of our black superheroes should get the same respect and courtesy that theirs get. The sad people is black people don't know enough. So the reason why they can do this to us is because we don't know how to walk in lockstep like the Jewish community. And that's a compliment because they will walk in lockstep. We don't know how to do that. We don't. We say I'm black and I'm proud, but no, we're not. What these Steves got going on? I think Winston has put his foot in his mouth the most these past 2 years. Yeah, he has. Yeah. Did y'all see the trailer? When M'Baku is jumping Namor from behind? Did y'all see that? And Namor just do like this right here? Yes. We have to demand, you're absolutely right. And we just got to draw that line in the sand, Kamo. You're like, it's one of them things like we have to be, you know what? Somebody said it, and I can't remember when they said it. We have to be, and it's not a bad thing, but be unapologetically black. There's nothing wrong with being black. There's nothing wrong with loving your melanin. There's nothing wrong with seeing the positivity in who you are as a race, as a culture. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, we not going to sit up here and just accept y'all misrepresenting us out here, and we should hold people accountable. It's like, no, just because you black, you don't get a pass to come out here and portray us like crap just so you can line your pockets. Because I know how to stop that real quick, real fast. I won't come see your ish. Because all it takes is for you to have one badass movie as a black person in Hollywood. Hollywood won't F with you no more. Stop playing with me. All right, then. Exactly. I see them recasting white characters, but black characters don't get the same treatment. That's not right. You're absolutely right. But as long as we keep signing up for it, it's sad. We got black people going to go see this movie that's coming out in a few days. One, don't know T'Challa is not in this movie. Two, don't even know who Black Panther and Chadwick. Do not know the history of Chadwick Boseman nor T'Challa. It's a lot of people going to this movie that are black, that call themselves Black Panther Chadwick Boseman fans, that can't tell you anything about either one of them. When the Cosmic Heroes show up, which one will be black? I'll wait. Well, Mr. Bay Swift, I don't believe you're going to get Blue Marvel. If you get Blue Marvel, he's going to be nerfed as hell. He's going to be nerfed as hell because, as I stated, any movie with Blue Marvel in it, he's going to be either the lead, or supposed to be, just because is either supposed to be the leader of that team that he's on, or he's going to be running that team with somebody else. Watch this. There's a reason why we didn't see Bill Foster get represented like Bill Foster was supposed to get represented in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Bill Foster is smarter than Scott Lang. He is. He reverse engineered the PIM particles. Steezel, Mr. Ray Smith, y'all help me out. Reverse engineered the PIM particles. He's smarter than Scott Lang. All day, every day, twice on Sunday. And he bigger than Scott Lang, physically speaking, without growing. They nerfed the hell out that damn dude in that damn movie. And if you just an MCU fan, you ain't knew who the hell Bill Foster was in that damn movie. Y'all stop me from wrong now. Y'all stop me from wrong. I could be. I ain't perfect. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Getting that right here. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much. But yeah. So listen, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We got a lot off our chest. I like to think we discussed a lot tonight. 2 hours, almost 2 hour video. Scott isn't a genius and he's not a leader. He's just an ex-thief. Yep. Monica didn't even get that much screen time in the TV show. We will see how much she gets in tomorrow. You know what, Gemini King? I don't even want to talk about Monica because I've been waiting on the Monica Rambeau action figure since WandaVision. Fortunately, I bought the one that Marvel Legends already had. but that does Miss Tiana Paris no justice whatsoever. So I need them to get, and then Hasbro, no, that Hasbro, the MCU action figures that's based off the sisters. Listen, you know what? Don't even give me a Monica Rambeau action figure. You're not gonna get that one right. No, dead ass. Do not, because if it looked like this Nakia action figure, I promise on everything, I'm probably gonna leave it right there. Like, watch this. Y'all ready? So the new Black Panther action figure that's supposed to be Lupita Nyong'o is thicker than Lupita Nyong'o. Y'all, you not holding me through your hello. I'm working, so I'm enjoying this discussion. Man, I appreciate it, man. Monica, man, listen, Gemini King, I appreciate you being here, man. You bringing a lot of good questions and everything. There aren't that many black cosmic characters. Midnight Sun, Fastos, Blue Marvel, Beta Ray at one point, and that's about it. Absolutely. So I'm sitting up here. Y'all know they're not gonna have Blue Marvel. Cause what's the motivation? Who Blue Marvel finna answer to? Who you finna get to play Blue Marvel? That's the first question. Cause Blue Marvel, that's that dude. He didn't put hands on the dude. Blue Marvel is stronger than Carol Danvers. He's stronger than the Sentry. So he's that dude. So no, they're not finna give us Blue Marvel. Y'all know they're not finna give us Blue Marvel. They're not finna give us Blue Marvel for the same reason they don't want to give us T'Challa, for the same reason they nerfed Bill Foster. They're not gonna give us that. They don't want to. That's not how that's gonna happen. So, but I appreciate it, y'all. It is 156. 156. Lord have mercy. Hour 56 minutes. Who we got? Peace out, everyone. My pillow's calling me. You go ahead and make that happen, Grand Madam. Don't get me started on how Hank, Janet, Bill have been squandered. Ant-Man trilogy without Ultron and Jocasta makes no sense to me, because I damn sure want to see Jocasta. Grand Madam is out of here. Probably make Terrax black, knowing Marvel. I would not be surprised, Mr. Bates. I would not be. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, thank you so much, Gemini King. We're gonna do this next Wednesday, 7:30. Please make sure you're in the building. I love the energy. Dennis Haysbert back in the day would have been perfect for Adam Brashear. This is correct. Listen, if y'all don't know who Dennis Haysbert is, Pedro Serrano, low key. Pedro Serrano, i.e. Jobu, the voodoo doll. They really did give T'Chaka the voodoo doll as his younger brother. See, we should have known right there. Cress Williams, who played Black Lightning, is perfect for Blue Marvel. I don't think they're gonna do that, but I like that. I like that K-Park as a suggestion. He definitely has that imposing figure. They already cast a superior black man once. You ain't gonna do that again. Dennis, good night, family. Yeah, sharing is caring and knowledge is power. Yes, thank you so much, Gemini Kid. Peace, y'all. And I'm about to get my grub on. You heard me with the food, these Steves, because I ain't hungry. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Thank y'all so much. Come back. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, click, like, share, subscribe. We would like to very much get to 1,000.
By Thanksgiving.
Well, she says by Thanksgiving.
By Thanksgiving, fam.
She's saying by Thanksgiving. I'm trying
please.
She's saying please. It would. Listen. For real.
I will love y'all forever.
I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.
By Thanksgiving. I need that by